Hi everyone, I'm currently in Penang. I'm actually supposed to be having a vacation, hence the very messy hotel room that you see behind me. The lighting isn't so great, but I feel that I should do this video because I just went shopping for books, which I shouldn't because I have 180 books to read. And I'm not the sort that can let it go and say, oh no, I'll just give it them all away and start from a new slate because these are really good books. But anyway, the Big Bad Wolf is happening in Penang, and I was just taking a walk around Penang Times Square when I saw the sign, and I said, "Oh no, don't go in there." But I went, and I bought some books. Not as many as I thought I would buy, which is a good thing, but some really good books anyway. So I thought I should share with you what I bought. Okay, the first one is a bit of a hoot. Can you see this? It's called Get Up by James A. Levine. Why Your Chair is Killing You and What You Can Do About It. I thought it was really funny because when I was in Australia, I spent 3 years in Australia by the way. I worked in a very physically demanding job. I was on my feet at least 7 to 8 hours a day, walking 10 kilometers to 12 kilometers a day. I checked, I wore a pedometer, and I wore out my shoes so fast I had to buy a new pair every 2 months. And then when I came back to Malaysia, I have a desk-bound job, and the transition has been really tough for me because I'm dying to move around and I can't because my job demands that I sit at my table 8 hours a day, and it's pretty well. I'm trying to find a way to I don't know, not sit down too much. So I hope this book really gives me a solution. Besides telling me that it sucks and it's very bad for your health that you sit down every day for 8 hours. Okay, what else have I bought? I thought this memoir was so interesting. The premise was really interesting. Okay, the answer of the riddle is me, A Tale of Amnesia. This is by David Stuart McLean. This is a really interesting premise because his amnesia is not caused by psychological reasons or physical reasons. He didn't get a bump in the head. It's caused by a very common medical drug that people take, to go to tropical countries. So it's pretty scary that he happens to be the tiny minority that has a severe side effect like this, amnesia. He literally lost his memories. So this was a very interesting story. It starts with him standing on a train platform in India, having no idea who he was. He said one moment there was blackness and suddenly he was awake. Pretty riveting. Okay, this is a book that I've been meaning to read and buy for the longest time. And I make a policy to, I rarely buy physical books because I hate clutter. I really do. And I don't have much space for physical books, so most of the time I buy ebooks. But occasionally I break the rule if it's a book that I intend to keep for quite some time or I plan to reference. So, okay, the one thing. It's about focus, something I sorely lack. You can ask a friend of mine. I tend to bounce from project to project. I have 10 windows open on my browser, and I get distracted by social media every 5 seconds. So I hope this book will help me focus better. Anyway, it says that one thing you learn to cut through the clutter, achieve better results in less time, build momentum towards your goal, dial down the stress, very important to me, overcome that overwhelmed feeling, revive your energy, stay on track, master what matters to you. All of this really resonates with me and it's something that I really want to achieve. So excited to have this book. Okay. Then Success, Your Way. Do What You're Meant to Do by G. Richard Shell. Okay, I'm not really sure whether I like this book because there's all these books about success and follow your passion. after a while it tends to annoy me. Like, everyone's so obsessed about achieving something, you know. But I was a bit intrigued by his premise, because he says that what for me is success? How will I achieve it? And drawing on decades of research, Shell helps you probe your past, imagine your future, and measure your strengths. By identifying your unique passions and skills, you will see what gives meaning and excitement to your life. So, I suppose what he's saying that our definition of success may not be what makes you happy. And I've lived that. You know, the last few years has been exactly that for me. You know, for many Malaysians, getting an Australian PR is like success. You know, but when I achieved that big goal, when I finally got that PR in my hands, I realized it did not make me happy. Oh, it made me happy like maybe for 5 minutes, and then I'm like, oh, okay, life goes on. So what is success? You know, the whole experience about living in Australia, achieving one of my greatest dreams, which is to live overseas and for a few years. I thought it would make me happy, but I didn't. So, I mean, so what is success? What is my definition of success? That's the thing. And I often wonder if I actually base my idea of success on what culture tells me, or what my friends tell me, or what my family tells me. So I hope this book will help me explore what success means to me. Okay, now for some fiction. Okay, if you have watched my previous videos, I told you that I have major problems with fiction, meaning that I have a tough time reading them. I take forever to read a fiction book. I'm not sure why. I'm slowly losing interest in them, and that kind of disturbs me because I write fiction. Okay, so but I'm slowly getting back into it by reading what I like, and what I like right now is pretty, I wouldn't call it strange, but it's pretty unlike me, kinda. Okay, starting with romance. Romance is one of the few genres that I like to read these days. I can read it very fast, but to tell you very honestly, I don't really get much enjoyment from them because I could see the plot twist a mile away. However, if the characters are really well written, I like them. So this is by Stephanie Sloane, The Saint Who Stole My Heart. So it's about spies and not damsels in distress, but well, basically I like this premise because it's very much like Scarlet Pimpernel. So let's see how this book entertains me. Next, this is The Mandel Files by Peter F. Hamilton. I'm kind of like reading him right now. I like space operas, so, and I happen to write them as well. So Peter F. Hamilton is sort of like an author I'm studying right now, and I actually got his book years ago before I went to Australia, but I had to give it away because I had to go to Australia. So I'm pretty happy to find an omnibus of 2 of his novels based on this Mandel character. Basically, it's based on Greg Mandel. He is sort of like he's given biotechnology that makes him a living lie detector, it says. It's sort of like a psychic thing. So it's sort of like, I think it's a thriller / detective novel kind of thing with a sci-fi setting. So looking forward to reading this again, or finally. Okay, the next book is also romance. Okay, Nalini Singh is one of the few writers, romance authors that I read. I can count them on the number of my hands, my fingers. I don't read many romance authors, and those that I do like, really, I think they are really good writers, you know. So Nalini Singh, Wild Invitation, a Psy Changeling collection. Okay, these are novellas. I bought it especially because they are novellas. Partly because I do want to write romance novellas one day, and also because my attention span is so tiny when it comes to fiction these days that I can only digest short stories and novellas. sometimes. I don't know, I just like shorter stories these days. So looking forward to it. I find that Nalini Singh really writes action really well, and her characters really will come to life for me more than most anyway. Usually when it comes to romance, I only read Regency romances, so paranormal is a bit out of the box for me. But when the author is good, I take a chance on them. And sorry about this, but I don't know why the Big Bad Wolf sale, they like to put their price stickers on the front cover. That really irritates me. I mean, it's okay if the price stickers, come off easily, but they don't come off easily, and have to scrape the thing off it. And okay, if anyone from the Big Bad Wolf is listening, please don't put it on the front cover anymore. Put it at the back, But don't put it on the barcode either. I think it was the popular sale. I can't remember, one of the sales. They put all the price stickers on the barcode, and that annoyed me. And they also used price stickers that are really hard to remove. So I couldn't use the barcode. I used the Goodreads app to scan my books into the system. So they need a barcode to scan the books into the system. So please don't do that. Okay. The final book is one by Brandon Sanderson. It's called Words of Radiance. It's the second book of the Stormlight Archive. I mean, look at this sucker. It's thick. One of the rules that I sort of made for myself is that if I were to buy a physical book, it either be a really thick book or a book that I want to keep forever, like a reference book. So, because in Malaysia it's really tough to get rid of books. Nobody wants them, even if you beg them to take it. I don't know why. But it's really troublesome to keep my bookshelves in check because it's so difficult to give away books. So I try to buy more ebooks rather than physical books. Anyway, I got Brandon Sanderson only because everyone was telling me that he is an amazing writer and I should read him. But seeing that I have difficulty with fiction books these days, I'm not sure when I will ever finish 2 of these books. I think by the time I finish the 2 of the books, the 3rd novel will be out, which is perfect timing.